Good morning and welcome to Adventures with Alex and Tammy. Today I need to take the California up to the Europlanet to have them detach the upper binnacle on the dash so that I can get that reupholstered. So I'm going to take the cover off, let the car warm up, and head on up to the Europlanet in Salt Lake and come along for the ride with us. It should be fun. All right, she's ready to go. Haven't driven this car for a couple of months. Obviously in Utah our season's a little bit shorter than say those who are on the coast, but should be a good time. And I'm really looking forward to having this binnacle reupholstered. It's been bugging me for a little while now. I don't know if you can see that with the glare, but anyway, you can see where it's detaching from or shrinking due to the heat there. So we'll get that taken care of. Okay. Made it. Pulling in here to the Europlanet. See if Paul can take care of us this morning. Get this binnacle removed. We'll get it over to Justin and have him reupholster it for us. That's what we're going to replace. That stuff really scares me, man.
You want me to put it back and do it again?
Yeah.
It's just, it snaps in right here in the front.
So when you put that in, I mean, I've tried pulling it out, pulling straight up. Hi, Paul.
So there's two fingers in the front that snap in, so you can't pull from the front or else it'll break.
Okay.
So you got to get all the way back here.
And pull it towards you.
And then just pull straight up.
Oh, just pull straight up from there.
Yep.
Okay.
And once that part is up, then you slide it forward and it comes out.
Awesome.
See the two fingers?
Oh,
here?
yeah, for sure.
And just those two. That's it.
Awesome.
Now whoever does this, they just have to make sure that they don't go too deep and not too thick of a leather.
Yeah.
Because once you put this on, if it doesn't go down enough, it'll never clip in place.
That makes sense. I want to ask you, Paul, for other guys, because my 458, Justin replaced the dash, and I'm just going to drop this off when I leave here over to Justin and see how long it takes him. How common is this for Ferraris?
Like every single one of them?
Yeah. And you're a master mechanic with Ferrari.
Yeah.
You've been in it how long?
17 years, I
17.
think.
And would you say, now this is a 2010, would you say there was a period where this was pretty common and my 458's at 12, have they gotten away from that? Or
they use real leather and it just shrinks. The best thing you can do is always keep it moist. Like use good conditioners on it and cover the dash. Maybe even get the UV protective tint.
Yeah, I came late to that game. I've had them all done now in hopes of avoiding it, because I can't recall what that 458 dash cost me. But I think you were still the dealership when they took that out. That was.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
No.
I think getting the dash out was as much as laying down the new hide.
There's a lot of labor.
Yeah.
It's everyone's worst nightmare.
Well, and as you can see on this one, I'm not, especially in that center area, I'm not far behind from having the whole thing.
Nope.
Yeah.
I would just keep it moist with good conditioner.
Okay.
And keep it covered if it's going to be in the sun.
Well, if anyone to know, it's Paul here. He's the man. So appreciate you sharing that with us, Paul.
Of course.
You're the man. Thank you.
Anytime.
Well, I'll get that over to Justin and see what he can do for us. And
sounds good.
Well, that was easy. Got that off in no time. Well, Paul's shop is just right around the corner from Kindiggett Design, and that's where Justin the upholster's at. So we'll pull in there and this binnacle off to him, have him take care of it. I noticed when I was swinging over to Paul's, I noticed Justin pulling out in his truck, so might not catch him today, but here we are at JS Custom Interiors, and we'll see what they can do, and hopefully it won't take too long. My 911 was here for 2 years getting some reupholstery done, but that was my fault because we were doing it on a trade, so this one we'll just pay cash. Alright, we made it back from Paul's place there at Euro Planet, getting to take his advice and hit the leather with this leather quick detailer from Chemical Guys. I've used this product for a while, seem to like it well. It does a good job without a whole lot of work, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the surfaces on the car and see if I can't keep them protected and hopefully avoid any unnecessary expenses that I don't have to have. So let's go ahead and lightly spray the seat here. And just wipe it in a bit. Nice thing about it is it's not hard to do. You know, one thing I learned from Paul today, it's a good reminder for us all that, you know, if your vehicle has leather surfaces, you got to remember that the leather is actually a natural product and it's going to dry out with time. So it's not bad advice to go ahead and keep everything well nourished, I guess, hydrated. You know, this car is a 2010 and it still looks great. It doesn't get extraordinary care. You know, I service it and make sure I follow the dealer's recommendations, but you know, I've been really pleased with this California. It's been a good car. This was the first Ferrari model that had the hardtop convertible, which is awfully nice, and the first one with cruise control. It always helps for out on the road. Well, probably the most important thing on this car is hitting the dash. So let's do that. Easy peasy. Nothing to it. I will be excited to get that piece reupholstered and get it back on, and eventually going to have to reupholster the whole upper dash. For some reason that just seems to be an Achilles heel on Ferraris. One thing I learned a while ago, and I was guilty of it, is using a product like the Armor All leather treatment. You want to make certain that you don't have anything that has any alcohol in the content. It's going to actually work counterproductive. And I like the products from Chemical Guys. They seem to be well thought out, and so I use pretty much their products exclusively on the leather. Well, after I get this finished up, I'm gonna take out the California duster, dust off the little bit of whatever got on the car from the drive up to Salt Lake, and put it away for the day. I will admit, it was a lot of fun getting this out topping off the tank and checking the air pressure, getting out on the road. It's a very easy car to drive. Not much to it. And, you know, it's, the California gets some criticism from the Ferrari purist, but one thing that Paul shared with me today that I wasn't aware of, he said aside from handling, performance-wise, it's nearly on par with the 430, which when I first bought my 430, which I no longer have, it actually scared me. It was wicked quick. I don't know if you just get used to it, but I honestly think my 458 is a scary fast car with what I've had done to it. But this is a car that, your wife could drive without any problem, just as long as she's careful of the approaches so that she's not taking off the lower portion of the bumper. But really, it's a pleasurable car to drive. Well, it's Saturday now, and we have a beautiful day here in Utah. I was able to pick up the dash piece on Thursday from Justin. Took him about a week to get it finished, and the color isn't exact, which we'll see here in a minute, but I think it's going to be good enough for now. And he's got a little bit more work to do on the Porsche, and I think when he does that, I'll just pop this out and have him match up the leather a little bit better. It's a little bit dull compared to the rest of the dash, but like I said, it'll be better than what it was, and we'll get that taken care of when it's convenient. So we'll go ahead and put this in the car, and hopefully that'll go smooth. All right, I'm in the car now. I'm gonna hold this up to the existing dash, and I don't know if you can tell in the lighting, but the new piece definitely has a little bit more gray to it. I don't know if that'll show up on camera or not, and it's not quite the same luster, for lack of a better word. I think the original is a little darker and has a little bit more of a sheen to it, but we'll go ahead and get that installed. Hopefully it'll go well. I've got Paul's voice in my head about not breaking it, so we'll see how that goes. So we're going to take that piece and slip it into there and see if we can do it without hurting anything. Alrighty, let's see. So we've got to get the front end in, closest to me, I believe. Pull up on this like Paul was describing. There. That went into place pretty well. Looks like we got it in. Definitely more gray to it. I'm going to get the camera adjusted here so you can see what I'm seeing from the driver's seat. Okay, here's the view. I think you can see that. A little bit more gray. Don't like what I'm seeing right there from, looks like there's a little bit of a space, but let's see how this other side looks. Guess that looks okay. But you can definitely tell a difference in the sheen. And like I said, I think it's a little more gray. But I'm hoping that will relax a little bit right in that area. It's definitely all the way down. Maybe it'll relax once it gets warmed up. Now that it's put into place. Alrighty, looks like that will take care of getting that piece. You can see, like I was mentioning to Paul when I stopped by the shop up here, I got a little bit A little bit up right in there that's starting to come apart, or lift up I should say. Over here is not too bad, but right there, another area that the Ferraris are susceptible is on the A pillars. That looks okay. So there we go. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap up this video on the California Dash. Remember, take good care of your leather and it will return the favor. Hey, and if you get the chance, give us a like. Subscribe if you can. We'd appreciate it. Until next time, this is Alex for Adventures with Alex and Tammy.